Wednesday, and he told the story about you being on the 16th hole in New Hampshire when you got the news. Can you tell us what that was like for you?
I got the news on the 14th hole.
Okay.
So, I got a phone call from Martin saying that there was going to be a vote, and that us and SC were going to go to the Big Ten.
So I guess maybe Scott had called Ryan at that point or something?
Who?
Scott Frost.
No, we talked to Frosty afterwards.
Okay.
There were a lot of phone calls started coming in. We finished around because once I found out it was 2 years, because I asked, like, are we going for this season? And when I found out it was 2 years, it was, all right, we'll put that on the back burner and we'll finish. So we played, finished around, and talked to Frosty a little bit after that, talked to Pat Fitzgerald. I called David Shaw and Justin, two good friends. And
who won the round?
We weren't in the same group, so we were in a different group. We were in a tournament, so my team finished third. I think Ryan may have been in second.
So obviously this is your fifth year. You got a fifth-year quarterback, arguably the best running back in the conference. Talked to some people here that think you guys are going to be pretty good this year.
We do. We have a great leadership group. It starts at the top of those guys. I think we'll have 21 kids in the fall that have already graduated. 20 will be in grad school. So I think guys like John McGlay were here today, Zach, Dorian, Sam Marazzo, the list goes on and on. Mo Wassling's been around. Mo's going into year 6. We've got a lot of veteran leadership at key positions for us. We've had to add a few kids to the transfer portal and through the recruiting class, but we feel really good about where we are. They've had an outstanding offseason, so we're excited about getting back next Friday and finally getting back to work in football.
In your mind, what does success look for you guys this year?
Success is having a really good Friday.
That
part doesn't change.
But having
that part doesn't change.
Don't you have to, at this point, though,
because we're a process-oriented team. So I think when you worry about outcomes, if you want to reduce 80% of the stress in your life, don't worry about the outcome, worry about the process. And that's what we try to get our players to understand. I've always been driven that way. And I've learned it from other people. I'm not the only person who talks that way, but really the process is the most important part to us. And I look at our kids. Listen to John, graduated college in 3 years. He was about the process. He got a degree in 3 years. He's one class short of getting a master's degree in another. So he'll get out of here. John will get out of here in 4.5 years with an undergraduate degree and a graduate degree. He kind of epitomizes what we're looking for. Kids that will focus, go to work, bring that work ethic, want to get developed, want to be developed in all aspects of what they do, and that's kind of what our focus is on.
Well, if you stick with the process, should the results come?
Yeah, we're always outcome aware, but we don't make predictions. So
right.
That's not. We leave that to experts.
Is it important at all to kind of, have good seasons leading into this switch into the Big Ten?
I think it's important to have good seasons no matter what's going on. So we're really excited because using the Ben Bulge theory of football, we won our last 3 games, so the momentum, we're plus 81 in the last 3, so we're just charging out the gate. So.
It's a good theory, by the way.
Is it? No, it's a good theory.
How much of an adjustment is it for your defensive players to have another voice coming into the season?
That's a good question for them, but I think, they were really conscious. Brian Norwood's still with us. A lot of the terminology stayed the same. There may be tweaks within it, but I think Billy and Ken and Akaika and Chad and Brian all got together, and I think they put together a really good package that I think our players grasped. They really pick things up very fast. It helps when you have veterans like Blay and Bo are kind of our 2 safeties who call things on the back end. We got some veteran leaders at certain key positions for us, so that was good. But we were conscious of that. We got things we need to improve. But we got a bunch of guys that are really hungry and really excited about doing it. So.
When you first came here, you kind of talked about this thing as like a process, right? A multi-year kind of process. Do you feel like you finally have everything where you kind of wanted it,
Every day, we just want to get better every single day. So you're never going to arrive, So we need to be a little bit better today than we were yesterday, then we're moving in the right direction. If we're not, what was the reason we're not, and then how do we fix that? We're in the solution business, but it's always been the same thing. So.
I guess, are you pleased with the progress you guys have made in the last 5 years?
I don't look back either. I'm really pleased with the group we have right now. I think we got a bunch of kids that are awesome. They do it the right way in the classroom. They do it the right way off the field. They do it the right way in community service. They're really great representations of our university.
You don't feel like you need to produce results at all?
I never said
kind of state. Okay.
I didn't say that.
Any specific goals for the season?
Yeah, but we don't talk about that. We talk about winning every single day. So that's what the process is.
You get guys like Dorian and Zach making a lot of headlines, obviously, when it comes to returning guys. But what does it mean to have John and Blake here being the ones with the spotlight on them, guys who have been around the program so long?
It's well deserved, and I think that's part of it is to make sure other people get exposure to some people. And Dorian was part of that. I talked to Dorian about Media Day, and he said, I think it'd be really important for somebody else to go. I went last year, and that's kind of what Dorian and his leadership role was saying. And he told me, he said, Coach, you should bring Gainesy. He'd be awesome to talk to people. So, and we were on the same page that way. So I think it's football is a team sport. It's the ultimate team sport, and we have so many guys that you can tell great stories about. The Mike Ezekis of the world, who watching Mike walk through and get his degree last June, that's a real cool deal for what his journey has been like. And there's so many other guys like this. Sam Marazzo, who's coming off of 2 knee surgeries, but going back out there for year 6. There's a ton that I think we can continue to tell the story. So hopefully we get an opportunity to people get to know all those guys on our team.
The way your contract is structured, the fact that this move is happening in 2 years, do you feel like you have to show the administration anything to kind of show that you're the right coach?
I've never worried about my contract my entire life. So I've been blessed just that I get a chance to coach football. So.
In terms of moving in the right direction, Bill Montgomery's been with you 5-6 months now. How do you feel he's? What has he added, and how do you feel? What's the direction of the defense?
I think it's the whole group. It's Bill, it's Ken, it's Kaike, it's Chad, it's Brian. There's not one guy that runs the offense. There's not one guy that runs the defense. It's a collective group, and those guys did an unbelievable job of getting together. Really listening to Brian in terms of what we've done in the past, and then implementing all the new things that Ken and Kaike and Bill and Chad brought. But not overloading the players. It's still about them being able to execute something. They put together a really good package that I think will actually the skills of the guys we have right now in our current program. So we're excited about it.
All right, guys, we got to save some questions.